when we shoot this background straight with our cameras, it's got a lot of glare on it. So through the magic of television, we use the famous green screen. And I'm quite sure everybody knows about a green screen, right? That meteorologists use it all the time. Well, now they don't use it as much as they used to because they actually have big monitors like that they stand in front of too. So as you guys can see, this green screen here, this is where Mushaya was sitting the other day. She was reading this teleprompter, and if you look at that teleprompter, you can see her script in there. Okay? So what we did was chroma key out the green that was behind her and put in that background there. And then also we did another kind of key, which is a title key or a super key, and that is just the graphic is beside her. So, but all we can see out here in our monitor here, and can y'all see that? Everybody see that? You see, all you see right here is the straight shot. But if we hit the return 1 button, we can see the background, which is in preview in the control room. So, ta-da. Each one of these cameras has a teleprompter, and like I was saying before, these are Hitachi 4K cameras. You see the facility here with the lights, and also these lights up here. They are all run from this machine here. It's called the Ion XE. And basically it's a really, really fancy light board. They use this in like the Grammys and the Emmys and all kinds of stuff like that. Our award-winning theater department got one just a few months ago after we got ours. So, and you can't turn on anything here without this little machine here. So if I turn everything off, it's a lot cooler, right? But also notice, you know, we got this plexiglass here. And if I can't bring up any lights in here, besides the house lights, of course, without doing it over here on our light board. So here we are, the control room overhead. And so that is, where do you think that is? Right there. Yeah, so here we have the carbonite. This is the Ross carbonite, and it is a switcher, which basically means we can go from one source to the other. All of these things here are our sources. There are some of them. These are sources as well. This is our graphics machine. It's the Expression Graphite. This over here is our Tria, and you see we're actually being recorded because it says we are recording. This records and it also plays back. So here we're playing back on Tria C, and here we have the background that is being keyed behind her on Tria B. And right here we're being recorded on program. CG is that stands for character generator. So back in the day, a CG used to be just a lower third graphic, somebody's name. When I was working as a CG operator, then we rarely had a little graphic like that. It was mostly just the bars and the name. And now with character generators, you see you can generate or at least place a whole picture, you know. So that's what we did here. And this little machine here, if I click on that, see it changes. So this is a sequence list that we use to pre-produce Mashia's package. And she had to go out there in the world and find these graphics on a free graphics site. And then when we had to bring them into the teleprompter, bring them into the expression and size them one way or the other, you know, and put them on the left screen or the right screen. So let's see what else. And behind you here, for you news hounds, this is the Inception, and it says Inception News XE, and this is where you write your scripts, and also you can put them into the teleprompter from here. The teleprompter is way over there, and let me see if I can get us that source up online. I'm afraid I might feed back to, let me do this first. Test, okay. Not too bad. All right, So here's the teleprompter here. And like I say, from the inception, you can load the teleprompter script over here because they talk to each other over IP, Internet Protocol, as y'all probably know. And then, or you can put a script directly into the teleprompter with a USB cable or jump drive. Here is where you actually roll the prompter. So the prompter operator, this is usually the first job somebody does at a news station. And they claim it's the easiest job. It's not really when you've got anchors that are depending on you to roll their prompter the way they want you to roll it. The anchor is supposed to lead you. It's not the other way around. So as a prompter operator, it's really important to follow what the anchor is saying. And you don't want to make them wait for the next line. That's a no-no. That's why this is here, so you can make sure they're reading between here and right here, and so you don't have to ever make them wait. Sometimes you might have to stop for them if they stumble, but that's another story. Okay, over here is the audio board. It's a Yamaha, and it is top of the line and used in some of the better recording studios, professional recording studios. So you're looking for, where is this camera, right? Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, it's a little bitty camera right there. Hello, camera. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I show y'all these cameras not just to say, hey, we've got cameras in the ceiling, but this is a decent way to train a whole lot of people at one time. You know, most of the time, though, we just pack it in because there's no substitute for actually being in the room and actually doing it. Any questions from anybody? Oh, the T-bar? Oh, this here, yeah. All right. So let me show you what that is. This is to just change the sources. You can do it also by doing an auto trans, by pushing this button. Or you can do a cut, which is more of a hard transition. Or you can go up here and actually just do cuts between cameras right here. And whatever's up here is what's going out on the air if we were live right now. The next thing over in preview, that's so you can preview whatever source before you take it to the air. You don't have to preview it, but as a director, you really should look at it before you take it on the air. Make sure you know what source is next.
So y'all don't broadcast, right?
We don't broadcast right now. We have a Hilo, which is... it's kind of like, it's a small streaming device, and we stream to our YouTube channel. Right now, unfortunately, it's not working, of course. And I say of course because there's always some kind of technical issue, but we are working on getting that back up. But the things that we do record, like I say, we can record it over there on a TRIA, and then we can upload it to the web. So I'm expecting the students to do a lot more programming in the next little bit here. Mushaya is the only one out of all the students that I told to bring in a script and graphics. She's the only one that did it. And then the other day after we finished her production, everybody's like, well, when are we going to do another one? I said, that's on you guys. And that's our attitude for you students. That's our attitude around here. You know, we can bring you to it. We can give you all the resources, but you got to take advantage of it. And we need to be on top of things. Take it from somebody that grew up in the 1980s. I went to school I went to Carolina 1980 to 1984, and I'm still kind of trying to make my way in this tough business. So I didn't have all this stuff you guys have. And so I'm sure your parents are, yes, they agree, you know. So when you come here, please take advantage of what you see. There are sign-in sheets all over. Here's one. There are 3 up there on the desk. There's one over there as you come in. And if y'all would please just do a quick signature. Let Title III know that the studio is being used and y'all are getting familiar with it. Because Title III is a government, it's federal funding. And if we don't get our Title III funding, we can't continue.